Welcome to Touhou Dolldraft. This game isn't particularly long, but figured to do something a little short while trying to figure out what next to record. And this is probably one of the most obscure Touhou games that I've seen, although it's a lot of fun. So let us begin. Hole inside a hole. Oh no. One day, Patchouli was reading by the river, with Alice sitting nearby, feeling bored. Just then, Tewi runs by excitedly. Hurry, hurry, I'm gonna be late. Tewi? Why is she in such a hurry? Run, run! I'm gonna be late. Tewi, why are you in such a hurry? Tewi ignores Alice and runs off. Quickly, quickly! I'm gonna be late. Hey, wait a second! Surprised, Alice chases after Tewi. As she runs, suddenly a huge hole opens up in the ground. Hop. Tewi falls down the hole, to her demise. Well, what? A hole? What a deep hole. First I was surprised, but this long fall gave me time to... Experiencing zero gravity is actually kind of nice. Alice falls and keeps falling into Wonderland. Oomph. Ow! What is this place? Alice gets up while rubbing her bottom, notices a dusty odor. She's landed in a dim room with no exit. There sat the resident dolls of Gensokyo, quietly surrounding Alice. The dolls' button eyes glow ominously as they silently stare at her. What is this place? Raimu, Marisa, all dolls. What a sinister aura. I'm getting the chills. Alice shivers. Suddenly, the dolls start speaking directly to Alice's head. An uninvited guest. How many years has it been? Friend of the fugitive rabbit. Leave here or else. Uninvited guest? I don't even want to be here. There's no exit. Tonight, celebrate the moon of the full moon tea party. Let's offer her to the queen as a sacrifice. Off with her head, and we'll use her guts for sausages, her skin for napkin, and turn her soul into a puppet. The dolls float up, spinning around Alice and closing in on her. The dolls float up and shoot black lightning at Alice, barely missing. Is that how she became Black Alice in the disappearing gensokyo? Hey! Alice is gradually backed into the wall. She notices a small bottle at her feet and picks it up. Some sort of medicine. Strangely, it doesn't seem suspicious. It feels nostalgic, like it's not my first time. Go. Alice drinks the whole bottle and starts growing smaller. She notices a hole in the wall, small enough for an ant to pass through. And that's Chapter 1. Chapter 2, Special Relativity. She escapes through the hole to find a sprawling forest. That's a hedge maze. There stood Tewi. Huh? It's Alice. What are you doing? Why were you in such a hurry? What were those dolls? Everything is a mystery. Those are tough questions. I'll answer one at a time. This is Wonderland, run by a crazy queen. It's also called Gensokyo. It's like the invisible side of Gensokyo that's usually hidden. You came through the hole, right? Put simply, you came through that hole and came out on the other side of Gensokyo. I did come through a hole. I thought about it as a child. What insane reasoning. The dolls are the queen's pawns. They're under her powerful spell. I was in a hurry, because the queen has summoned me. So this queen has used magic to trap everyone inside dolls. No, at least not yet. The dolls were all created by the queen's magic. Break the queen's rules, and you'll end up trapped in a doll too. The queen's rules. The Dolldraft! What's that? Like the spell card rules in Gensokyo, those with grievances use dolls to battle to decide the winner. It's a ridiculous game. What does that have to do with breaking the rules? Lose the Dolldraft and you have to fulfill one request for the winner. That's the only rule of this land. First they decide on the request, then they fight once they've agreed. I see. With her powerful magic, the queen used the Dolldraft to get where she is now. She's making things very strict, changing things to fit her own needs. I too am also bound to her in a way. Some have already been taken from Gensokyo and turned into pawns. As a puppeteer, yourself, can you just let this happen? No, I can't. Dolls are to be treated with love, not used and controlled. I want to bring peace back to this world. I'll beat the queen and the Dolldraft and request that she free everyone's souls. Alice, will you help me? Sure. I can't let the queen keep using dolls like tools. Next thing you know, she'll be using people like tools. Unfortunate. But first, you'll have to learn the rules of the Dolldraft. Being a puppeteer, you'll pick it up quickly. First off, try out the Dolldraft with me. Once. Okay, put simply, what are the rules? Basically, it's a game in which you take and collect each other's dolls and use the dolls. You get magic to take down your opponent. That sounds simple. Are there any tricks to it? 2 points. The first doll is doll compatibility. Gathering similar types or friends will make the doll generate more power. They also have other traits that you get from mixing the same types too. And you can also get several at a time of the same one. And the second point, speed. In the Dolldraft, you need to make split-second decisions. Since losing and having the shackles of time stuck on me, unfortunately I won't be able to beat the queen. The queen has the key to undo these shackles. I understand. Okay, let's get started. My request is, take me to the queen. Okay, then my request is, follow me to the queen. Ah yes, round 1. And the dolls are also enemies. Let's start the tutorial, despite I already kind of remember how to play this. First of all, this is your health. Once it's gone, you die. This is your money. It's only used for buying dolls and unlocking location squares. The doll will fight for you in the Dolldraft. This tewi costs 1 gold. Place the mouse pointer on it and buy it. Oh, you're gonna force me to buy tewi. That's the most unluckiest day of my life. Oh, and you spend another one. But I mean, then you just stole it. Sometimes your opponent will swipe your dolls later. You can swipe them back for a fee. Haha! But the fee goes up as you swipe each other's dolls. So, be careful. Once this clock makes a full turn, the selection phase will end. Once it hits the red numbers, the selectable characters will change. At 4, and then at 8. Once it hits red, they continue to change. Try buying Iron, a Lunarian. Special points increase when you match the same characters or characters of the same type. Press the space key to use the character's skills. Raise level of characters chosen. You're out of money, so press the escape key to end the selection phase. Each time the big hand on this clock goes around, you'll get a money bonus. Which I'm forced to wait. Because it's technically like passing your turn. Keep making quick decisions to score more bonuses. Alice's level has increased due to her skills. She now starts with a level 2 immediately. If you have other multiples of the same, you can combine them to reach up to level 3. We'll use iron first. Let's make the smart decisions here. And we'll probably be able to buy a slot too. Yep, and then you can put another one there. Now we're left to set the dolls, and then finish until the time. Make quick decisions here as well to score more bonuses. Since technically skipping your turn or ending your turn allows this clock to spin, and this is how you get your gold. That's why you want to be as quick as possible. Have a plan set in place, go for it, and get as much points as you possibly can. The doll's compatibility with other dolls determine how much energy they produce. Learning doll compatibility is the most crucial part in the doll draft. The game ends when someone's health reaches 0, or 12 rounds have finished. The person with the highest health at the end wins. Now we go full in. Kaguya's mine. As long as they don't have 5, they can't swipe it. And when you do the battle sections, you can't actually choose who you attack. That can be a bit random. I have just enough for this. Koichi. This character can't be swiped. I think that's a yokai. They all have different traits and abilities too, depending on the type. Well, the doll in front of us is about to meet the end of their life. With 22 health left. Then the showdown between Alice and Tewi will begin. I have 5 Raisen. See if we get lucky for another one. Another iron. So they're the first couple levels, so that's obvious. And they just swiped it. Never mind. This game is hard. Well, but at least we get some of our points back for this, and skip until battle phase. And these doll drafts don't take very long in terms of the actual games. They're very short. They're probably less than 10 minutes apiece. Tewi's about to lose everything. Weak. She'll have some life left. How did that doll survive in the upper right? Don't worry about that. Raisen. Mine. Kaguya. Kami is an interesting playstyle because you steal gold from your opponents. And you also, your characters also start to steal battle points from the enemy. Kind of like a hex. You weaken your opponent to win your fight. Magician, you get points at random, 1 to 77. I don't even know if the dolls can actually lose. Since they're technically puppets, so... This is the part that's going to be a little annoying though, because in multiplayer, if you press space runner, you can play against CPUs. Which it actually makes it worth fighting against multiple characters. But in parts of the story mode, when you're forced to fight other puppets, that means you can still target them even if you might not want to. Probably the biggest disadvantage with that. Of course, though, if I actually do fight Touhou, then this is over immediately. Unfortunately, you don't get to choose who you're going up against. These are essentially just free turns at this point. Otherwise, they would have been off the map and it would just be a showdown. Which is a little annoying. Takes up time more than it should. There's no Lunarians here. Is there another bonus I might be able to get? Flandre's mine. Alright, that should help. And grab that for later. It's already pretty much on easy mode, so... Just need one round of fighting Tewi, and it'll be over pretty much immediately. There we go. It's over. The multiplayer fighting against CPUs is really fun. Now we gotta go on to Chapter 3.